But you have to call the Community Tax Helpline today at 800-269-3454 for the help that you need. Don't take on the IRS alone. They can attack your wages, savings, pension, home, and even your Social Security check. Call 800-269-3454 for your free consultation and to see if you qualify. That's 800-269-3454.
The very best in classic rock. 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota.
When it comes to crop insurance, there is one thing Americana Insurance won't do. We won't come out to your place and shovel manure for you. But we will offer annual information seminars to keep you informed and annual insurance reviews to make sure you're covered. We'll provide crop insurance quotes that are easy to understand and hail, fire for crop, replant, and green snap insurance. But again, we won't shovel manure. On the other hand, you probably already met too many people who will. Americana Insurance. We're the A-Team. AmericanaInsurance.com.
It's not the kind of thing we feel comfortable talking about, but it's something we all will face. You can make things easier on the ones you love by pre-planning your funeral arrangements. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home will listen to your needs, offer choices for arrangements, and then make sure all of your questions have been answered. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, a name you can trust. Call 373-4330.
The friendly staff at Albert Lee's Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union reminds you that when you're in need of a home that satisfies your financial needs, let Trades and Labor Credit Union make it easy with checking services, debit cards, home equity loans, and savings options that will earn you more for your money. Visit Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union on Albert Lee's friendly south side. Open 6 days a week with social distancing for your safety and theirs. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, providing financial services since 1958.
Are you looking to arrive in style at your next event? Look no further than Dawson Limousine. With our luxurious limousine and limo bus options, you'll be sure to turn heads wherever you go. Whether you're heading to a wedding, prom, or just a night out on the town, let Dawson Limousine chauffeur you around. And as a proud sponsor of local sports, you can trust that we are dedicated to supporting our local community. Call us today at 507-402-0606 to book your ride with Dawson Limousine.
Hey, that's right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ori-Jurley Gymnasium as we're here for Albert Lee boys Tiger basketball as they're hosting Rochester Mayo. I'm your sports director, Dave Nelson. Alongside of me is Mr. Bradley Skinnis. Brad, how's it going today, buddy?
Wonderful. Good evening, Dave.
You know, I'm doing good, and thank you, as well as I want to thank the school. We have hardwired internet now. I know it took a little bit, but we're up and running. We have both our audio and our video streams up and running. So, folks, if you're listening here on 96.1 FM, go check out our YouTube channel. Search for Albert Lee or Power 96 Albert Lee, as well as if you have our Boxcast or our website, and you can watch all of that. Of course, we have a bunch of great sponsors. We'll get to them in just a second. We are about ready for the national anthem here, so we'll probably take one of our first breaks here in just a second. But Brad, this Mankato West team,
Rochester Mayo.
Rochester Mayo. Did I say Rochester West?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you said.
What I said. Rochester Mayo team, they're fighting for a spot there as they get into section playoffs. So tonight could be a really interesting game to see how they're doing. They're up there quite a bit in the standings. What do you know about them?
It's going to be a very tall task for the Tigers tonight. Rochester Mayo has it's one loss in the conference. They're 16-1 in the conference, and 4 losses overall. And those other losses are non-conference games against Southern Metro teams as they're prepping for their section playoff run. So, yeah, it would be a difficult game for the Tigers. Last game, Marquise Jeffers-Joseph and Carter Kahn were out sick. They returned tonight. However, Ra Brown is out, so that certainly will have an impact on the Tigers' playing rotation and depth or lack thereof, as they don't go too far into their bench typically.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more here about the Tigers section push here in just a second. But we're going to take our first break for the national anthem. You are listening to the Dawson Limousine pregame show. We'll be right back here with more on Power 96.
Hi, this is Adam, owner of GT Window and Door. GT Window and Door is a local family-owned and operated business that has proudly served the Albert Lea area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service and high-quality windows, doors, and seamless gutter installation. We are also a proud sponsor of Albert Lea Sports. Call me today at 507-320-0575 or visit gtwindowanddoor.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 96. Proudly brought to you by GT Window and Door.
Shop at Etc. Tanning and Clothing in the Skyline Plaza, where you'll find new trendy clothing and sports apparel in their boutique section. They also have a pre-owned section, which includes clothing for kids, women and men, shoes, and purses. Etc. also offers UV tanning, custom airbrush, red light therapy, and lotions. Stop into Etc. in the Skyline Plaza and see all that they have to offer.
High school seniors, we have an exciting opportunity just for you, a chance to win $1,000. Freeborn Mauer Electric Cooperative is offering high school seniors a Luck of the Draw scholarship, valued at $1,000. If you know a high school senior, encourage them to apply. The application deadline is Friday, March 20th. For qualifications and more details, visit fmec.coop or call 373-6421.
Southern Minnesota Branding has been helping customers create and display their company logos for over 40 years. They are a fully customizable shop specializing in logo design, vinyl graphics, banners, magnets, vehicle wraps, and so much more. They have also added custom apparel using direct-to-garment printing and embroidery to the many services they offer. Are you looking for customized Tiger, Wolverine, Knights, Panthers, or any other local sports team apparel? Stop into 1409 Eberhart Street right off of East Main and see what they can do for you. Southern Minnesota Branding in Albert Lea. And we're back here again from the Ori Jurley here against Rochester Mayo. And Brad, who's the starting lineups here brought to you by Dawson Limousine?
Rochester Mayo starting a 6'1" senior guard, Danny Mizowski. 6'4" guard, another senior, Will Jamati. A third guard, Elliot Mizowski. So it looks like we've got a pair of brothers. Also a junior. And Isaac Peterson, a 6'5" senior, joining, a 6'7" senior, number 20, Logan Shimmick. As we were talking about the Tigers a little bit earlier, too, I made mention of missing Ra Brown tonight. That goes without saying, too, that the Tigers are still missing Easton Shuey, who is out with a foot/ankle injury, and unless something is significantly changed, it sounds like he will not be able to return this season, which that's a huge loss for the Tigers.
That's unfortunate right there.
So the Tigers this evening are starting starting Cooper Kermes, Carter Kahn, Charlie Irvine, Noah Teeter, and Desmond Smith. So you've got 5 seniors on the floor, and it may be their last home game of their basketball careers, as tonight is the final game of the the regular season. You also made mention about them looking at their positioning for section playoffs. Coming into tonight's game, they are 8th in the rankings, which theoretically would put them in line for a home playoff game, but those rankings don't mean anything. The coaches can utilize them as a guide, but ultimately it comes down to the coaches' votes, and the Tigers could be at a disadvantage there, being that they're kind of the odd man out. They're not playing a whole lot of section teams.
One section game the whole year.
One, yep. And that's and that's unfortunate. And then if those teams are looking at other things, the Tigers are 1-5 against 2A schools, so they don't have that going in their favor. But regardless, when you get to the playoffs, a better draw is a better draw, but you got to beat everybody either which way. So we're off and going here, and the Spartans won the tap, and it looks like the Tigers are opening up in that 2-3 half-court trap. Mayo moves the ball around inside and outside quickly, and an attempted three-pointer is no good, but they're going to come down with the offensive rebound. Still working it outside against that trap zone. Got Charlie Irvine and Cooper Kermes are on the top of that defense. And had a little dribble penetration there, and unfortunately we've got a quick personal foul call against Charlie Irvine.
Obviously grabbing his jersey.
Right, yeah. There was a little tug there. No argument from Charlie. So Mayo inbounds under their own hoop, and it looks like the Tigers went man-to-man against that really nice dribble drive there by Elliot Mizkowski. Teeter bringing up the ball. Rochester Mayo is playing man-to-man defense to start the game out. Teeter's still maintaining the ball. A little handoff to Irvine. Gives it to Kahn. Kahn looking to penetrate. Cut off there. Hands it off to Kermes. Kermes looking for something. 10 on the shot clock. Nice pass to Smith. Smith got inside. Got it to Irvine. Irvine ran up against the defense. Shot is blocked, and Mayo comes away with the ball.
Make sure you got enough court here. I know you like to run around a little bit.
I do. I get back from those parental days of pacing and trying not to yell too much. Not a lot of activity on that possession there, and it ends in an errant pass, and so the ball will go back to the Tigers.
Of course, this first half is brought to you by GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, and Etc. Tanning and Clothing there in the Skyline Plaza, as well as Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union.
Absolutely. Oh, that little man-to-man press there, and the ball is knocked away and stolen from Teeter. And the basket is up and good by the 6'5" senior Isaac Peterson. It's like Mayo is continuing to implement that just man-to-man full court press, and then as the opportunity presents itself, they pounce that second guy on it, but there was a foul called in the backcourt there. It's going to maintain possession for the Tigers. Looks like Tigers tried to get a little backdoor action there to Teeter, but the pass was not there. And then we've got a lot of contact there from Kermes as Isaac Peterson goes in for the layup, and he's going to get the opportunity for the old-fashioned three-point play. Tigers just a little bit out of sorts right now, and want to stem this tide real quick before it gets out of hand too quickly. And a made free throw here, I wouldn't be surprised to see a possible timeout to try and settle them down. If not, you want to do it quickly. Like I said, you don't want this to get out of hand, and Mayo is doing a very good job at pressuring the ball in the backcourt. Tigers are able to get it up to front court. Kermes with a short jump shot off the side of the backboard. Mayo coming back quickly with it into the corner. Passed on the three-pointer. A couple of quick passes. Ends up back with him in the corner. Near steal by Kermes, and he leaks out. And he is able to save it up and over his head to Irvine, but Irvine's shot got blocked as Mayo quickly got back on defense. They come back the other way. Might have got away with the travel there. The ball gets kicked into the right corner for three. No good. Offensive rebound. Like most Tiger games, Dave, a lot of fast-paced action here, up and down real quickly. Ball inside, outside. Three-pointer is knocked down, but as the shot goes up, whistle blows, and we've got a 3-second call on Rochester Mayo.
Which is fortunate for the Tigers. There.
Absolutely, yeah.
It is 7-0 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Yep. We have not seen a whole lot of another steal there. Ball taken away from Teeter leads to a fast break, but it ends up in a three-point attempt, which is no good. Another offensive rebound. We're going to have a foul on the Tigers.
I think they got lucky here. Mayo did, because when he passed that ball back, to me it looked like it actually went over center court.
Yeah, it was definitely very close. And now we do have that timeout that talked about coming from Coach Cates.
course, timeout's brought to you by the Alberta Convention and Visitors Bureau, where they remind you to take a timeout and go check out explorealbertlead.com. I know a couple weeks ago was the broomball tournament. I did see your boy there, but you didn't show up to play.
I did not show up. I definitely not to play. I was working, and which is a good thing, because if I would have played, I'd have probably ended up in a cast or something. But I was kind of following along with my son to see if they'd still be playing and if I was going to swing out there or what he had going on. And they got eliminated early on, and by the time I got out of the office, I think the championship was starting at 1 o'clock, and so by the time I would have got there, it was going to be close to the end. But sounded like it was a good time and a good turnout. So
yeah, of course, Big Free is always really popular here in town, so thanks to the CVB for helping organize that. And going to go back into action here as your Tigers down 7-0 here in the beginning of the first half.
Yep. We've got a hand check on Kermes, and that's going to be his second foul. Looks like Brody Rassler is going to be checking into the game for him. In the games that we've done thus far, Dave, we haven't necessarily seen a ton of size against the Tigers, which is not a bad thing because we're not a very big team. But Mayo's got a couple of lengthy guys that are in that 6'6" range, but they've got 6'5" and 6'7", and this man-to-man press it's giving the Tigers fit. That's the third steal now by number 5 as Teeter's trying to bring the ball up individually. And nope. They called number 5 for the foul. I think everybody thought that foul was on Teeter, but so the ball's going to stay with the Tigers. Tigers still looking for their first basket. They're having a tough time. They need to maybe utilize more than one guy to break that press. Even though it's a man-to-man, have somebody in that backcourt set a pick, make life a little easier for themselves. Tigers got the ball in the offensive end. Not a lot of activity here at this point. Rassler got the ball in the middle of the lane, tried to pivot, and he switched pivot foots, and he was called for the travel there. The Spartans are really coming up and pressuring the Tigers everywhere. They're not allowing them to get anywhere into that midcourt offense at all. They're stepping out wherever that ball is. They're out there pressuring it, and teams don't like that.
No.
And Mayo's doing a good job of moving the ball. The two big guys, the high post to the low post. Quick pass from Peterson to Shimmick for an easy layup, and it's 11-0 with 14 minutes left in the first half. Tigers did come back down quickly, got the ball to Jeffers Joseph in the right corner with the pump fake, and he was able to get the layup, gets the Tigers on the scoreboard. Smith deflects the pass. Mayo is able to recover it. Then Rassler knocks it away. We've got a 3-on-1. And Rassler attempted to shovel the ball to Jeffers Joseph, and unfortunately he wasn't ready for the pass, and the ball went out of bounds, and we're going to go back the other way for the Spartans.
A lot of hustle, really fast pace you're going here in the first half.
And Dave, you're really going to love this. My phone is buzzing, and my wife is texting me, and she says, "Oh my gosh, your connection is so much better." So
oh, that is good.
So that is great to hear. Thank you, Amy, for the heads up, and thank you to the school district for getting us set up with hardwired up here and providing a better product for our loyal listeners.
Yeah. No, definitely appreciate that, and all your work with that as well.
Absolutely. I'm just glad. Spartans did get another basket there. I got an easy layup. They had a substitution in. I'm going to probably totally butcher his name, but we'll go with Akek had the basket. Now the Tigers are back on their end. Move the ball around a little bit, and Carter Kahn knocks down the three-pointer. So we're at 13-5 with 13 minutes remaining in the first half. For the Tigers, they've got Rassler and Smith on the top of the trap. And down low, working it, we've got Carter Kahn, Marquise Jeffers Joseph, and Noah Teeter.
Tigers really putting a lot of pressure on the Spartans right now.
Yeah.
It's paying off for them.
Absolutely. Trying to amp up that defense a little bit. And Desmond is not a big guy out there, but boy, does he deflect a lot of balls on the top of that. And Spartans just about came away with another steal. Tigers got to work on, maybe using their body a little bit more to protect the ball. They're trying to go behind their back, between their legs, and the Spartans' quick hands are a lot of balls being deflected and going the other direction. They're still playing man-to-man. The Tigers are moving the ball around. Teeter's looking to drive. He kicked it to the right corner to Jeffers Joseph, but on the dribble drive, there was some contact there, so it'll be another foul on the Spartans, their third of the first half. So, again, we're still at 13-5, Rochester over Albert Lee as the Tigers inbound the ball here. Get it into Teeter. Jeffers Joseph to Kahn. Kahn fires up the three. That's no good. Rebound down to the Spartans. Danny Miskowski.
Sounds good to
I
me.
feel pretty good about that. I think that's Miskowski. I really like 24 Peterson. That's simple. And as I say that, unfortunately, he knocks down the three. So
16-5 in favor of the Spartans.
I believe he's got 9 early points. Tigers almost threw it into the backcourt, but they came away with it. And again, tried to beat that defense with the dribble and quick hands. Ends up with Peterson in the corner, three-pointers in and out. Kahn with a nice rebound, gets it to Teeter. The Tigers trying to go even quicker as usual as they're having that difficulty getting the ball into the offensive end. Desmond Smith with a little pump fake there, and he was able to draw the contact, so he's going to go to the line to shoot a pair of free throws. You're welcome, Amy. I picked her up at Jimmy John's sub on my lunch and put it in the fridge for supper, and she thanked me. So
well, there's that.
I knew I wasn't going to be home.
Yeah.
Smith unfortunately missed a pair of free throws there, so Rochester Mayo's coming back down the court. A little dribble drive, nice hesitation dribble there, and Elliot Miskowski with the layup. 18-5, they extend the lead.
Your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Kahn with a short little jumper from about 10 feet. That rolls in and out. Mayo again quickly back down court. Ends up in Peterson's hands. He dribbles the baseline, and he goes up for another basket. Well-rounded player there. He's knocked down a couple of threes, gave a pump fake there, which Albert Lee had to respect, and went right around for the easy layup. Tigers work the ball around, and it ends up in the left corner, and Brody Rassler knocks down the three-pointer for the Tigers.
And Rassler definitely stepping in here, filling in for some of these guys.
He is,
that are not able to make them play tonight.
He's getting more minutes, and they're valuable minutes as you're looking at it. You got to come up with that time, and wow, that was impressive. A missed three-pointer and the rebound by Carson DeYoung. Nope, Reggie Parker, I'm sorry. And again, he's also listed at 6'7". He took one dribble, and he rattled the rim, Dave. He snapped that rim down. The Tigers are back down on the other end.
Kind of hung there, and I thought maybe we would have seen no penalty.
Good. And then a quick pass right back down. Peterson very selflessly passes the ball to Parker, and Parker with a nice layup again. And Rochester Mayo is really on a roll here, leading 24-8. It's a difficult matchup already seen in less than 8 minutes into the game. Again, I mentioned some of that length with Rochester Mayo, and that's causing problems. They're getting too many offensive rebounds when they do miss shots, and it's also creating a lot of issues as they try to break that press. It's a very effective press, something we really haven't seen with, for the most part, just a man-to-man press. And so it's a one-on-one game, and their defenders are winning that game. So,
like you said, some height. I'm looking at the guy standing on the far left. He's got a foot on everybody else. I don't know if he's a starter. He's got his other shirt on. What's the tallest player on there?
I'm going to go out on a limb
right
and say that's Gavin Groller, who is a 6'11" sophomore.
Yes.
So this roster has 6'7", 6'5", 6'4", 6'6", 6'6", 6'7", 6'5", and 6'11". So 10 guys over 6'5".
Oofta, that is crazy.
That is crazy. And as you look at the bench, we haven't gone through all their players. I'm not good enough at memorizing all their names, at least thus far. But they've already gone 4 guys into their bench, so there's a certain amount of depth there as well. As we come out of the break, we've got Noah Teeter, Brody Rassler, Desmond Smith, Carter Connor, Marquise Jeffers-Joseph on the court for the Tigers. Looking to get something going offensively. Rassler with the ball. Gets it to Jeffers-Joseph at the corner, a little sidestep. He goes to the hoop off the glass, and that's good. Nice move by Jeffers-Joseph. Spartans back down. Working against the Tigers have dropped back into a man-to-man defense now at this point. Ball goes inside to Parker. Parker back outside to Miskowski, and he knocks down a 3. And that's Elliot Miskowski.
27-10.
Turnover and a steal by the Spartans. Peterson with a short little pull-up. That's no good. He gets his own rebound up, and that is good.
29-10 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Smith trying to bring the ball up the court. Almost lost it. Teeter with a little backdoor move. And he's able to draw the contact, and the foul's going to go against number 15, Jack Nenow. That's Rochester Mayo's 5th team foul. So,
and one thing between obviously varsity now, you see in the JV and even the 9A, a lot of fouls. So very aggressive play.
Yep, absolutely. And obviously the Tigers do not want to see a lot of fouls as depth or lack thereof is an issue between injuries and illness tonight. But they still need to not necessarily settle for that outside shot. Try and draw contact, get some of these bodies, big bodies, in foul trouble. As we were talking there, Noah Teeter did knock down both free throws, and then he comes out of the game for a break and is replaced by Cooper Kermes, who, as we mentioned, he's got 2 fouls. Peterson's got the ball for the Spartans. He's looking to dribble drive. Quite a bit of contact there. There was no foul call. He's made a little mention of that. Also might have tweaked his ankle a little bit, but he seems to be okay. And then on the rebound, there was a loose ball foul against the Spartans. So Tigers, it's an opportunity to chip away at this big early lead. Jeffers-Joseph bringing the ball up the court. He's able to get by it, and we get called for a little body contact. Rochester Mayo coach did not agree with that, but there's too much contact there. He bodying up quite a bit at 60 plus feet away. That's 2 quick fouls on number 10, that guy, Eric Keck. Rest of the way, the Tigers will be shooting free throws. So
8:49 left to go here in your GT Window and Door. Gutters by GT, etc. Tanning, and Southern Locking Glass first half, as well as Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union.
Absolutely. Jeffers-Joseph made the first free throw. Everybody thought we were only going to get 1 free throw there, and tried to go to the other end of the court. So the officials get them back lined up, and Jeffers-Joseph with his second free throw, and that one's also good. 29-14, the Tigers trail. Tigers again, they're staying with the man-to-man defense. They've abandoned their half-court trap for the time being. Parker's got the ball. He goes to the corner to Nenow. Nenow back to Parker, over to the left corner to Miskowski, and that's at least his 3rd three-pointer of the game. And, some good ball movement, but too many good players in high school basketball that if you don't have a hand in their face, they're going to knock those shots down. Turnover by the Tigers leads to an easy layup for Elliot Peterson. And Rochester Mayo uses a quick timeout after the basket, and they've pumped that lead back up to 20 points at 34-14 with 8 minutes and 14 seconds remaining. So it also looks like part of the reason for that timeout is Peterson goes into the crowd. Looks like he's given a hug to mom and a hug to dad, and he's gone over the 1,000-point career mark. So certainly congratulations go out to him. That's a pretty big deal, as the Tigers were also able to experience that earlier this year with Carter Kahn.
Definitely a great achievement in your high school career. I was not anywhere close in my high school career.
I was just short of 3,000.
Penalty minutes?
I wasn't even going to turn. I wasn't even going to turn and look at you. No, only 2 years of varsity basketball, 2 and change. I didn't touch that 1,000-point barrier. So.
Yeah, I think I had 3 in my high school basketball career.
It's not 0.
That's true. It is not
0.
Between basketball and then wrestling, I did not hit the 1,000 points or 1,000 wins or nothing like that, but it was not zeros. That's for sure. Yeah,
no, it's quite an accomplishment. Then when you look at high school girls basketball, if you're familiar with Madden Greenway, Chad's daughter.
Yeah. How many does she have?
Oh, she's over 5,000 in her career. And she is, if you haven't seen her play, she's fun to watch. Back to action here. Desmond Smith bringing the ball up the court against that man-to-man defense. He's got Rassel, Kermes, Kahn, and Teeter on the court with him. Kahn's got the ball in the right wing, looking to go around. Doesn't find anything there. It's the ball back to Teeter. They're looking to work a little pick and roll. Nothing opened up there, but Kermes, who was at the top of the key, cut nicely down the lane, and Teeter saw that for the easy layup into the nice dish. Really sticking with that man-to-man defense. Spartans move the ball, get it inside, then move it back out. 3 quick passes, and then it gets out to Peterson, who swings the ball back out to Nenow for a 3. That's no good. Offensive rebound to the Spartans. And again, 2-3 quick passes around there, really giving the Tigers fits. And the ball seems to end up in Peterson's hands so frequently, and we're running at him. And he's not forcing any shots and facilitating well, as Nenow ends up knocking down a 3-pointer there. The Tigers back quickly. Teeter steps into a 3-pointer off the pass from Kermes, and he knocks it down. So we're swapping 3-pointers here as the Tigers trail 37-19 with just under 7 minutes remaining in the first half. Ball over to Nenow again for a second straight 3. That's no good. He was going to
nail that one too. It looked good at first.
Teeter with the rebound, up quickly to Kermes, who's looking to drive. Gets cut off there. Ball back out to Teeter to Rassler in the corner. Rassler looks to drive. Gets caught in the air. Gets the ball over to Kahn. Kahn looks for the long 3. That shot's no good. Rebound for the Spartans. Miskowski bringing the ball up quickly. Straight down the lane. Nobody steps in. Somebody's got to step in and stop that penetration. Take a charge. That's just too easy. Teeter got the ball at the top of the key here. Over to Kahn on the right wing. Back to Teeter. Hands it off to Kermes. Kermes was going for the spin move, and he lost his footing, but he regains the ball on the floor, gets it to Rassler. Rassler with a nice little drive, and he gets around his guy for the layup. Rassler's got 5 points here in the first half. 39-21, Spartans lead with just under 6 minutes remaining. Peterson to the ball in the corner. That's not the guy you want to leave alone. Two guys followed him, and he gets it to Miskowski in the corner. And again, I think that's at least 4 3-pointers for him. And then an errant pass right into the hands of Peterson. Kahn had but no choice to foul him. Gave him a little bear hug before he was off to the races.
It was a congratulatory hug.
Absolutely, yeah. A pair of 1,000-point scorers there. 3 substitutions coming in for the Spartans. And checking in for the Tigers, we've got a couple of substitutions. So now we've got Carter Kahn, Desmond Smith, Marquise Jeffers Joseph, Charlie Irvine, and Noah Teeter on the floor. Peterson and Miskowski have come out of the game, I believe, for the first time for the Spartans, so we'll see how they operate their offense here. With that being said, they've still got 3 of their starters on the floor here, and 42 points with over 5 minutes remaining still in the first half here. So Nenow with another 3-pointer, and that's no good. The rebound comes down to Smith, gets it to Jeffers Joseph, who looks to drive. His shot is blocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Tigers.
Of course, a pretty big student section here tonight with girls basketball, of course, they lost last night. Their season is finished. Hockey, both boys and girls. So a lot of students here. See a lot of the student athletes here tonight, which is good to see.
Absolutely. Teeter's got the ball, gets it over to Kahn. Kahn hands it back off to Teeter. Teeter's looking to drive on the right side. He does. Misses the layup. Quick, long outlet to, he just flew down the floor there to the 6'7" Reggie Parker. He caught that, and in one stride, he was at the rim. 44-21, the Spartans lead. Kahn looking to dribble drive. He gets cut off, looking for some help. Smith comes around and gets the ball from him. Gets it back to Teeter. Teeter to Jeffers Joseph. Thought about the three, passed on it. Kahn from the red line for three. That's no good. Smith there for the rebound, and he puts it back in. Certainly undersized would be an understatement for Desmond, but boy, does he come down with a lot of rebounds there. He stepped out there to challenge Danny Miskowski. Miskowski unfortunately went right around him. Smith came back the other direction and tried to do the same thing. Miskowski blocked his shot on the left side. Ball's going to stay with the Tigers. Mayo has doubled them up at this point, 46-23 with 3:48 remaining. Talked about it about the 9-minute mark. The Tigers were in the bonus, and they haven't shot a free throw since then. Kahn gets the ball in just inside of midcourt to Teeter. Had a pick from Irvine, nothing was available there. Goes over to Kahn in the right corner. Back to Teeter on the left wing. He's looking to dribble drive. He's cut off there. Jeffers Joseph looking to drive as well. He gets cut off. Smith gets the ball, tried to get it back to Jeffers Joseph on a little give and go there, and it's knocked out of bounds. Tigers will have 7 seconds left on the shot clock here, so not a lot of time, but enough time to where you don't have to panic and heave it right away on the inbounds.
Correct.
Not a lot of movement here, struggling to get it in. They do get it into Jeffers Joseph. He drives the baseline, does a nice little step around. Wasn't able to get the shot to go, but a delayed whistle is going to send him to the line for a pair of free throws.
It said you got hit on the head. That's what the signal was, yeah.
Yep. And from the angle where this official was on the opposite side of the play, he would be the one that would see that type of contact. So Marquise will get a pair of free throws. Rassler is waiting at the scorer's table to check in. First free throw's up and good for Marquise.
Checking in for the Spartans, number 4, Dyer, number 10, Keck, and checking in 4.
And Rassler checked into the game, and Desmond Smith is going to go to the bench for a breather. Second free throw is also good. 46-25, the Spartans lead with 3:20 remaining. Danny Miskowski brings the ball up the court, hands it up to Jamardi with a beautiful pass inside, and the Tigers lost track of Peterson, who was checked back into the game, and he had the easy layup there. Tigers looking to get the ball, just got it across before the 10-second call. Kahn all the way to the hoop. He gets the layup and he gets the foul call. Not sure, that might be Kahn's first basket of the night.
I don't believe so.
No?
I could be wrong, though. I thought he had hit a 3 earlier.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
But well below his half of his season average thus far, and obviously with Easton Shuey out, the Tigers need to be hitting on all cylinders. Another pass inside. Peterson was open, gave a pump fake, waited for Jeffers Joseph to fly by, and he laid it in there. Jeffers Joseph back the other direction. Kahn with a step back three, and he knocks it down. Well, he definitely has more than one basket without question, no matter what now. So you had to talk about Carter a little bit, and he starts filling up the basket.
Tigers down 50-31 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard.
Danny Miskowski misses the three-pointer, and there's Peterson to clean it up. Not only did he go for the 1,000-point mark this evening, he's got to be over 20 points. So I'd be curious to see what his number is at. Jeffrey Joseph drove the lane. His shot is blocked. It looked like he hit his head on the floor there, but he's up and back going. The ball to Peterson in the corner, and guess what? The three-pointer is good. Goodness gracious. Kahn coming back the other direction.
Up and over.
Yeah, he tried to go up and over for a very long dunk and came up touch short of the rim, and defensive player was there to take the charge. So one of those where your eyes get big and you look at that opportunity, and unfortunately the defensive positioning was there that prevented that opportunity for Carter. So he picked up the foul, and that's Carter's second as well. Elliot Miskowski's back in the game. Peterson against Rassler, and there's where you look at the selflessness of that. He passed all the way across court to Odin Dyer, who got the basket and the N1, and that's going to be Kahn's third foul. But Peterson, who again is listed at 6'5", was about 10 feet from the hoop with Brody Rassler guarding him. So we're talking 8-inch difference,
Probably
and
at least there.
And he didn't even look at a scoring opportunity there. So Rassler was in good position, but that's where this size disadvantage is going to be so difficult for the Tigers. Free throw is no good. Smith gets across midcourt, is trapped. He gets it to Irvine. Irvine to Rassler in the corner. It's where he hit his earlier three. That one, unfortunately, is no good. Rebound to the Spartans, and they're coming back quickly. Got the ball stuck on the baseline. Peterson gets it out. They move it around real quickly, and it results in a nice drive and a layup on the left side by Jarmati. Tigers back on the other end. Kermis for three. That's no good. The Spartans back with the rebound. 59-31 with a minute remaining in the first half. This is probably the highest scoring half I've ever seen in high school basketball. Spartans are working the ball. They'll have an opportunity to go 2 for 1 if they choose to. Elliot Miskowski looking to dribble drive. Gets it over to Danny for three. He misses the three. Gets his own rebound. Gets it back out to Elliot. They're just holding the ball a little bit here. They can't take the last shot. They've got 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Ball ends up to Elliot Miskowski in the right corner. That's no good. And another offensive rebound. And Dyer with the putback, 61-31. Teeter bringing the ball up for the Tigers. They're obviously looking for the last shot here. See if they can get a basket to carry some type of momentum into the second half here. Smith with the pump fake, and then with an errant pass as he tried to hit Irvine. Ball goes out about 3.9 seconds remaining, and the Spartans have the ball. Got to go 90 feet. See if they try to do anything, or they just get the ball inbounds and say it was a good half. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're trying to. Looks like they're trying to set a little something up. They get a long pass. He's going to get an open look. Three-pointer in the left corner. In and out is no good. So we'll go to the half with the Rochester Mayo Spartans leading 61-31 for your Albert Lee Tigers.
We're going to take a quick pause for station identification. We'll come back. Do a little more talking here on Power 96.
96, the very best in classic rock. 96.1 KQPR FM, Albert Lee, Minnesota.
I'll Diet Dew maybe, if they got it. Thank you, sir. Skin is going to go ahead and get us some refreshments there. Of course, first half was brought to you here by G2 Window and Door, Gutters by GT, etc. Tanning and Clothing, Southern Lock and Glass, and Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union. It is going into halftime here, 61-31 in favor of Rochester Mayo on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Not sure. Looks like they're going to have some youth out here at halftime. Look at here. I know it is youth night here tonight. Pretty full house here at the Orange Early. Even earlier when I first got here, a little after 5 o'clock, it was a pretty full parking lot. I want to thank our in-game sponsors for tonight. Of course, Americana Insurance. They're bringing you the press box. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Dawson Limousine brought you the pregame show, starting lineups, and when we get into a postgame, we'll have them as well. Your first half brought to you by GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, etc. Tanning and Clothing, Southern Locking Glass, and, of course, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union. Our second half will be brought to you by Freeborn Mauer Electric Cooperative, Davey Valerio at Robert Hoffman Realty, and Southern Minnesota Branding, of course, the official clothing provider of Power 96 Sports. Let's take a moment here and thank our sports boosters, because, of course, without them, we would not be able to do what we do, and that's bring you local sports here on local radio. Of course, Americana Insurance, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Southern Minnesota Branding, On the Spot Appliance, Arcadian Bank, Derek's Preferred Auto in Blooming Prairie, Star Granite Works, GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, the Austin Bruins, Elf Orthodontics, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, Thompson Sanitation, Young Construction and Roofing, Nick's Meats in Hayward, South Main Auto Service in Austin, Freeborn County Solid Waste, North Star Power Sports, Big Cats Customs in Clarks Grove, the Overhead Door Company, the Albert Lee Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sorensen's Appliance in Geneva, Collins Auto Repair, Hanson Tires Service of Austin, etc. Credit Union, Marthaler Honda in Owatonna, Design Ready Controls, Hy-Vee in Albert Lee, Jake's Pizza, Shell Rapid Lube, Aero Printing, Wasika Inc., Northland Buildings Rich Yost, and the Community Foot Clinic. As I was saying, it's 61-31 here as we're getting into the halftime show. We're going to go ahead. We're going to play some spots here, pay some bills from some of our great sports boosters. We're also going to check on our weather. And, we'll be right back here on Power 96, live coverage of Albert Lee Tiger boys basketball from the Americana Insurance Press Box. We'll be right back.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday, scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
When it comes to crop insurance, there is one thing Americana Insurance won't do. We won't come out to your place and shovel manure for you. But we will offer annual information seminars to keep you informed and annual insurance reviews to make sure you're covered. We'll provide crop insurance quotes that are easy to understand and hail, fire for crop, replant, and green snap insurance. But again, we won't shovel manure. On the other hand, you probably already met too many people who will. Americana Insurance. We're the A-Team. AmericanaInsurance.com.
It's not the kind of thing we feel comfortable talking about, but it's something we all will face. You can make things easier on the ones you love by pre-planning your funeral arrangements. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home will listen to your needs, offer choices for arrangements, and then make sure all of your questions have been answered. Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, a name you can trust. Call 373-4330.
The friendly staff at Albert Lee's Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union reminds you that when you're in need of a home that satisfies your financial needs, let Trades and Labor Credit Union make it easy with checking services, debit cards, home equity loans, and savings options that will earn you more for your money. Visit Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union on Albert Lee's friendly south side. Open 6 days a week with social distancing for your safety and theirs. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, providing financial services since 1958.
Are you looking to arrive in style at your next event? Look no further than Dawson Limousine. With our luxurious limousine and limo bus options, you'll be sure to turn heads wherever you go. Whether you're heading to a wedding, prom, or just a night out on the town, Let Dawson Limousine chauffeur you around. And as a proud sponsor of local sports, you can trust that we are dedicated to supporting our local community. Call us today at 507-402-0606 to book your ride with Dawson Limousine.
Here's your Power 96 weather update. Lows dip down to about 13 tonight under mainly clear skies, northwesterly winds 10 to 20 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 27. 19 tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies. Dry with temps well above average Thursday and Friday, and highs from the low 40s to the mid 50s. That's your Power 96 weather update. I'm meteorologist Laura Lockwood. Right now, 28.
The first place Austin Bruins are ready to welcome in the third place Aberdeen Wings for a 2-game series this weekend at Riverside Arena. It's a jam-packed promo weekend with Friday being a Friday family 4-pack night. For $60, you get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, and 4 popcorns to the game, and you can get your tickets at tickets.austinbruins.com. On Saturday, it's Scout Night. Use the promo code SCOUT to get a ticket, a hot dog, a soda, a popcorn, and an exclusive Austin Bruins Scout pack.
Hi, this is Adam, owner of Gutters by GT. Gutters by GT is a local family-owned and operated business that has proudly served the Albert Lea area since 2012. We have won the trust of local homeowners by providing reliable service, adding leak protection to existing gutters and new gutter installation. We are also a proud sponsor of Albert Lea Sports. Call me today at 507-402-5541 or visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate today. Don't forget to listen or watch local sports on Power 96, proudly brought to you by Gutters by GT.
They say a smile is worth 1,000 words. So what's your saying? At Elf Orthodontics, people drive from over 150 zip codes to get the smile of their dreams. And with our dental monitoring app, we can check your smile progress right from your home or office. We offer convenience, confidence, and cutting-edge care all in one place. Your best smile ever is just a phone call away. Elf Orthodontics, where your dream smile begins. Call today.
Trust the caring professionals at Star Granite Works when it comes to remembering your loved one. Star Granite Works serves the southern Minnesota and northern Iowa area. Star Granite Works offers a wide selection of monuments, granite and bronze markers, plaques, granite benches, and veteran memorials. Trust Albert Lea's only full-service monument shop and the caring professionals at Star Granite to honor in stone the legacy of your loved one forever. Star Granite Works Memorials with innovation and distinction located on South Broadway in Albert Lea.
Here's an important message from the family at Derek's Preferred Auto on Highway 218 in Blooming Prairie.
Hi friends and family, if you need your car fixed, come to Derek's Preferred Auto, and that's where my grandpa works. And where it is, it's Blooming Prairie, Minnesota.
Schedule your next appointment where Harper's grandpa promises to fix it fast, fix it right, and you get it at a fair price. That's Derek's Preferred Auto on Highway 218 in Blooming Prairie.
And we're back here again from the Ori Jurley Gymnasium here at the Albert Lea High School. I'm Sports Director Dave Nelson. Alongside of me is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe his name is Brad Skinnis.
You got that right.
Brad, the winter sports season kind of winding down, which means, well, baseball and softball here soon in warmer weather.
It is around the corner. Today was much nicer. It wasn't nearly the breeze. Thursday's going to be 50-plus degrees. And then the bottom drops out. We go down 30 degrees just a day later. So
yeah, I'm over winter.
We're not out of it yet, but second half getting ready to start. Looks like the Tigers are going to stick with their initial starting lineup: Cooper Kermes, Charlie Irvine, Desmond Smith, Noah Tita, and Carter Kahn. Obviously, a rough first half for the Tigers. Outsized, just outclassed, honestly, and Mayo's a very solid team, and that's part of the reason, too, why Albert Lea has dropped to a 2A school. You just look at the school sizes in themselves and what the number of student athletes that Rochester Mayo has versus what an Albert Lea has. But a game like this, too, it also goes to show you the importance that Easton Shuey had and has for this team. He's not he's not 6'5", 6'7", but he plays a lot bigger than what he is. And on the offensive, defensive ends, scoring, rebounding, a little bit of everything. So Tigers did open up the half. Teeter with the conventional three-point play, and then the Spartans right back down for a basket of their own. Kahn looking to get his jump shot off. Short jumper from the right baseline is no good. Spartans back down with the rebound. Miskowski with the ball, hands it off to what I'm going to assume is his brother, who goes back to him. Then into the corner to number 5. And I'm not sure what I did with my program.
I don't.
Number 5.
Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Oh, there we go. So the basket. Now there's a skirmish on the ground, and it results in a jump ball. Three-pointer was made by Jarmati. Irvine might have got dinged up a little bit there on the jump ball there.
That's one thing you don't want to see. And we're, talking about this season and how everything came to. Irvine being out beginning of the season definitely did not help. A very core piece of this team.
Absolutely. Elliot Miskowski looking to drive over to the corner to number 5, Jarmati, for another three-pointer. That's no good. Spartans with the rebound, but then it's taken away by Kermis, who's looking to go coast to coast. Gets it to Irvine. Irvine with a quick pass to Teeter, who flips it over to Kahn. His three-pointer's no good. Smith and Miskowski battle for the ball, and it's off of Desmond Smith, and Spartans will take the ball. Marquise Jeffers-Joseph checking in for Desmond Smith. Tigers trail 66-34, just about a minute and a half into the second half. Marty with the ball, gets it out Peterson to Miskowski, back to the other Miskowski. Swung over to 6'7" Logan Shimmick, who I don't believe has shot a three-pointer tonight, and nothing but net on that one. So good ball movement leads to an open shot and a converted three-pointer. Teeter gets the ball to Kahn in the right corner. Kahn to Kermis. Hands it back to Kahn. Staying on that right side of the court, we've got a reach in there on the ground. So Tigers will take the ball out of bounds underneath their own hoop.
I've kind of been watching, too. Teeter did fall down earlier. Just trying to see. I don't think he's moving the greatest after that fall.
Sure.
So hopefully, and I know he's dealt with some injuries, too.
Right.
So hopefully he's going to be able to be good because, that's going to be a big part of this section team as well.
Right. And you talked about Rassler's picking up some minutes here, which are some key minutes, and he's certainly playing a lot as the Tigers are running out of time on the shot clock and then throw the ball out of bounds. Well, it's a quick season. You can't believe it's already over, but that's where the lack of depth for the Tigers has also hurt them this season. Because you look at it, for the most part, they're 7 deep. And so these guys are logging some serious minutes. I mean, Kahn and Teeter very rarely come out of the games. And it's just going to take its toll on you. And for the most part, the Tigers have been able to avoid the injuries, but right now they can't avoid the flu bug, apparently.
Yeah.
Spartans no good on their end, and Tigers quickly back down court. A nice give and go. Teeter to Kermis, back to Teeter for the layup. Score is now 69-36. Desmond Smith's at the scorer's table waiting to check in the next whistle. Tigers double
right
team.
there.
Yeah, double team Peterson there. And we're able to deflect it. And Kahn coming back the other direction went right at Peterson and is able to draw the foul. So Carter will go to the line for 2. Look at this Tigers roster, and next year could very well be a big challenge. Not a lot of underclassmen getting playing time this year. Obviously, Ra Brown, who's out tonight, will be coming back for just his junior year. Marquise Jeffers-Joseph will be coming back for his senior year. Other than that, that's about it. Titus Hartman has seen a few minutes here and there, but that's about it. So that's it's the luxury and also the swing downside to being a senior heavy laden team.
Yeah, looking even on that wall there, you've got 9 seniors.
Yep. Kahn made 1 out of 2 free throws. Then the Spartans came back down, turned the ball over. Teeter trying to dribble drive there. He turns the ball over. Quickly back down the other direction for the for the Spartans. Nice little give and go, quick passing. Shimmick with the layup. Tigers again quickly back down the other direction. Marquise Jeffers-Joseph tried to drive and then kick it to Kahn. The ball's intercepted and it leads to an easy layup for Danny Miskowski. 73-37.
And here where I thought maybe the Spartans would back off a little bit, maybe rest some players before they get into the sections. They're full blown.
They don't appear to be doing so. We'll be curious to see how long that lasts. And even when they do make that shift, Kahn with the three-pointer, that's no good. Jeffers-Joseph with the rebound. His putback attempt is no good. As they go through that, they were 9 deep in there, so they've got 4 more guys off of their bench to come before they make that next wave of changes, whenever that may come.
Well, and they probably know, too, you can't really slow down at all because as soon as they were slowing down, the Tigers made a good push.
Right, yep. Couple of offensive rebounds on this possession here for the Spartans. And just things not going the Tigers' way, certainly. A missed three-pointer there, and they do get the rebound. Kahn comes back, steps back on a jump shot. That's no good. Rebound down to the Spartans. Spartans quickly back the other direction. Peterson finds Shimmick with a really nice finish on the end and extends the lead to 75-37 with 13 minutes left. I believe we have to get into that 8-minute mark, but looks like there's a good chance we'll see some running clock tonight, Dave. Spartans now changing up their defense a little bit, maybe working on something. It looks a little bit like that half-court 2-3 zone trap that the Tigers are running. And they find Kahn on the right wing for 3, and that's no good. And I could see that being a very difficult defense to go against with Mayo's length.
Yeah.
They quickly come back down the court and are looking to set up their offense. Charlie Irvine, Brody Rassler are at the scorer's table waiting to check in at the next dead ball. Danny Miskowski with a dribble drive. Probably got fouled, but with this score, he didn't get the call, and Shimmick got the rebound and the layup. Tigers trail by 40 with 12 minutes remaining. Kermes with a no-look pass down to Kahn. Kahn missed the short shot there, reaches around and knocks the ball out of bounds.
Kahn is having no luck this second half. He's had some great shots, great opportunities. He's just finding the bar on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and you can see in his face and in his body language that Carter is frustrated tonight. He was fortunate not to pick up a foul there, which would have been his 4th, I believe. So he and Noah Teeter go to the bench for a little breather. Errant pass. Desmond Smith ends up with it, shovels it over to Kermes. Kermes, the other end. Shot is no good. The foul is called on number 15, Jack Nenow, who didn't agree with that call. Looked like there was certainly some contact there, and you're ahead by 40 points with 12 minutes left, so don't complain about foul calls. You'll be fine. Kermis' first free throw is up, and it's in and out, no good. I believe most of these seniors will step off the basketball court and step right into a spring sport. Charlie Irvine, obviously, with track and field. Brody Rassler, Cooper Kermes on the baseball field. Noah Teeter on the golf course. I'm not sure if Carter Kahn does any spring sport or not.
I don't know if he's in track or not. I cannot remember.
Kermes got 1 or 2 free throws, and then the Spartans are back down on their end, and Kermes with a real nice block. Smith avoided some trouble, gets it to Kermes. Kermes with a really nice pass to Desmond Smith. Desmond Smith with the pump fake and literally was jumped over and then dished the ball off for a basket.
Yeah, to Rassler.
Don't see that every day, and I believe that's 7 points for Rassler. Kermes trying to defend the bigger 6'7" Reggie Parker down on the block there and got called for going over his back there, and that's Cooper's 3rd foul. First team foul on the Tigers here in the second half. 77-40 with 11 minutes remaining. Miskowski with a nice little dribble drive, the foul, and the basket. That's for the junior, Elliot Miskowski.
You know, I know one person that, and Grant, he played hockey, but I know with his height, sitting over in our, over next to us on the other broadcast, Sam McGill.
Yes.
Sam McGill, but with the skates on, he looks like he's 7 feet
Oh,
tall.
yes,
He would definitely
absolutely.
be.
Yeah, and I don't know when Sam, he's gotten bounced back and forth between basketball and hockey. He played at least a couple of years in youth basketball, 6th, 7th, 8th grade in that time range. And yeah, he was a tall young lad then, and now obviously he's sprouted over the last several years and is every bit of 6'5".
I think that's what they have him listed at on the hockey rink. And you know, like I said, and I know from what I heard, is some of the baseball players are trying to talk him into coming back into basketball this year.
It's not a bad move. Not a bad move at all. Tigers are going up against that 2-3 zone. Smith with looking to move the ball, headed over to Kahn, back to him, back to Kermes. Tigers have found a little something with that high-low action. Unfortunately, with Rochester Mayo's size, they're not able to finish down there. Led to a quick fast break opportunity, a couple of quick passes, and it's going to put Elliot Miskowski at the line.
His fourth personal foul, 13 foul.
That foul was on Kermes. That's his fourth foul of the night. Teeter's going to the scorer's table. Looks like he'll be coming in for Cooper for a little bit here. First free throw by the Spartans is good.
It is 81-40 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Once again, you're listening to Power 96 live coverage of Albert Lee Boys Tiger basketball here from the Americana Insurance Press Box.
Second free throw is also up and good. Carter Kahn, Desmond Smith, Noah Teeter, Charlie Irvine, and Brody Rassler on the court for the Tigers. The Spartans thus far haven't gone further than 9 deep. Tigers, a couple quick passes, but then a deflected ball. We're going back the other way. But as I was saying, the Spartans haven't gone past that 9 deep at this point, and they've got a couple of substitutions waiting to come back in, and one of them being Elliot Peterson. So they haven't taken their foot off the gas pedal thus far. Tigers had the steal there, and it led to a loose ball foul on the Spartans. So the Tigers will maintain possession.
Of course, the second half brought to you by Freeborn Maury Electric. Freeborn Maury Electric Cooperative, excuse me. I was going to say a power play for a second. David Valerial at Robert Hoffman Realty, Southern Minnesota Branding, and of course, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union since what year?
1800. No, not quite that long. You tell him the answer. I know you've got it.
1958.
1958. That is correct. Inbound pass to Kahn for 3. That is no good. Teeter with the offensive rebound. Smith moves the ball. Skip pass by Irvine to Rassler. Back to Smith to Teeter at the free throw line. He's able to get himself in. Makes a very difficult shot there. Good finish by Noah.
82-42 on your Bayview Freeborn Funeral Cremation Service scoreboard. Whoa! And there was someone. It was, I think he ran up against Irvine.
Charlie. Yeah.
And he found out Irvine is built like a brick wall.
Yes. I was hoping you were going to clean that up.
Yes.
I knew where you were going. Yeah. Charlie is well put together. So Teeter bringing the ball up the court after a turnover. Smith over to Irvine. Back to Smith quickly to Kahn for 3. That's no good.
Like
Rassler with the offensive rebound. Back to Kahn. Kahn inside to Teeter. Teeter was surprised he was as open as he was. Then he got closed out on his shot is blocked. Danny Miskowski quickly down the other end. Gets the roll and the hoop. 84-42. 8:30 remaining in the second half.
And timeout going to be called by the Tigers. Again, Timeout's brought to you by the Alberta Convention and Visitors Bureau, where they remind you to go take a timeout to explore albertlead.com. Of course, a lot of great sports over the last few weeks between hockey and, of course, some basketball and, of course, Olympic teams, Olympic hockey. I honestly thought originally that basketball was part of the winter sports as well, but it is summer sports.
Summer, yep.
Has it always been that way?
As far as I know, it has. So, it's we're customary. We're thinking collegiate basketball and high school basketball taking place in the winter. But yeah, the basketball is part of the Summer Olympics. So, but yeah, what an exciting Olympics! What little I got to watch. I honestly didn't get to watch a whole lot, or didn't care to watch a whole lot. That's the downside of being overseas. If you're not able to stay away from your social media or your phone or whatnot, you're watching replays of most events, or you're at work when they're taking place.
Yeah, and luckily, I was busy enough where I would have some afternoons off because I'd have to travel at night, so I got to watch quite a bit. Of course, curling, I'm waiting for Albert Lee to build a curling rink.
Wouldn't that be great?
So we could have varsity or high school curling.
Well, look at curling. It's basically shuffleboard on ice.
Yep.
I can't not watch it. It's on, and I stop and I'm watching it, and I'm enthralled with it. Maybe it's because athletes, and I'll use air quotes like us, could play it.
Yes.
It's like bowling.
Yeah.
Tigers get the ball inside to Teeter. Teeter's shot is blocked out of bounds, and Albert Lee will maintain possession. And we are at that point where the running clock is in place now. So I believe the score has to get below 25 now at this point once it does start. And we're at just under 8-minute mark. Jeffers Joseph with the ball on the right wing. Shot clock's running down. We're down to 5. Ball gets to Teeter at the free throw line. He gets it to Jeffers Joseph just before the buzzer. Thankfully, the score is what it is because I don't believe that ball hit the rim and the shot clock got reset, but nonetheless, it ends up in the hands of Rochester Mayo. Peterson working with the ball. He gets the ball to Dyer for the three-pointer. That's no good. Rassler battles for the rebound, but Spartans come away with it, and the basket is good by Jarmardi. 86-42. Carson Gardner is checked into the game. He's out there with Teeter, Jeffers Joseph, Smith, and Rassler. Kerma's going back to the scorer's table, it looks like. Rassler with a three-pointer. That's no good, unfortunately.
I wonder if they didn't change the ring on this side, and they forgot that the Tigers were on this side now.
That very well could be. Another fast break basket and a timeout by the Spartans. They have not stopped the clock.
No, and I know that's what they're questioning here.
Now they've stopped it.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if the Spartans were utilizing the timeout just for some substitutions or not, but they're actually taking the timeout. They had a couple substitutions coming into the game, and it's also part of that 9-core rotation, which at this point in the game, enough's enough. It's 88-42. Those 9, they played very well tonight, and
they did.
And there's no doubt about that. But
what would you say the record was coming into tonight?
16-1 in the conference, 20-3 overall.
Yeah, I mean, just a well put together team.
And it shows. But it also, to me, this is where you're balancing or walking that fine line of sportsmanship, in my opinion, because your starters, your top tier, who have been out there and played significant minutes, they're not learning anything anymore.
No.
In a 46-point game.
Tigers bring the ball in here.
They're still facing that 2-3 zone. Ball gets over to Rassler. The con back at the top of the key. Back to Rassler on that left wing. Fires another 3. That's no good. Rebound for the Spartans. Gardner does come away with the steal. Gets it to Irvine. Irvine tried to get it to Kermas. He wasn't able to get it. We're going to look for a little high-flying dunk there. That was, again, with some authority by Reggie Parker. Con brings the ball back down the court. Kermas, Con back to Kermas. His shot is no good. Rebound by Mayo, who saved it in bounds, and Kermis was able to come away with it, and then the ball is deflected out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Tigers.
Of course, once again, second half brought to you by Freeborn Mauer Electric Cooperative, Davey Valerio at Robert Hoffman Realty, Southern Minnesota Branding, and Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union.
Kind of with the three-point attempt there. That's no good. Goes out of bounds off the Tigers. I watched my boys play on this court for four years, and as a parent rather than a broadcaster on the radio, I would literally at this point be yelling at their coach about showing some class and utilizing your bench. So I guess it's maybe good I've got this headset on.
There is that.
And
that's a three.
The three-pointer by the Spartans is good to make it 93-42. And there we go. As I say that, here comes 5 substitutions waiting to check in. But it took you till the 5-minute mark, and you've got 93 points.
And, the biggest thing, you're looking at size difference. Even the substitutes coming in, there's not a lot of size difference. They're all big.
Not at all. Yep. Couple of attempts there, and Parker with another big dunk there.
I believe that is his third dunk.
Now we've got another timeout by the Spartans. This time it is strictly for substitutions. Looks like we've got a substitution for the Tigers as well. Carter Kahn coming off the floor. And checking in for him was Jonathan Hartman.
And the 6'11", you said sophomore, he is not in the game for Rochester.
No, he is not. They're saving his height for another day, apparently. Gardner's got the ball in the right wing, looking for some room, gets it out to Irvine, who swings it around to Rassler. Rassler gets it to Hartman. Hartman gets it to Gardner. Gardner to Irvine. Irvine looking to dribble drive. Tries to draw some contact. Looked like there was some contact, but no call there. The Spartans come away with the rebound. Coming back the other direction, and the Spartans get a layup. Kermis with the ball. He's looking to drive. He's got an opening. There's some contact there. He does not get a call. Rebound is batted around. It ends up to Rassler in the corner for 3. His shot is no good. Spartans come away with the rebound.
This side of the court tonight has not been good for the Tigers in the second half.
Correct.
Every shot that was going in the first half over on that side, and it was all net. This one is just hitting a lot of rim there.
As you say that, 15 minutes into the second half, Dave, and the Tigers have got 11 second half points. So obviously that wasn't going to get it done, and I don't think we thought they were going to come back from the 30-point halftime deficit. But I anticipated putting some points up in the second half, and
you can tell that
it just didn't happen.
Yeah, they're definitely frustrated with themselves, which, sometimes, we've talked about it in other sports, like with hockey, with puck luck. Ball luck even here just not going in favor of the bounces for the Tigers.
Yep, and and it's tough, What do you say as a coach or anybody at this point when you're down this many points? There's no motivational speak. It's a dig down.
Herb Brooks.
It's a dig down and don't give up.
No.
But as far as emotion, you're frustrated. All these seniors, they don't want this to potentially be the way they go out in their last home game.
Which possibly tomorrow we should hear something on the section, is what some parents were saying.
Okay, I wasn't sure when they'd come out with that. I know the section games are a week from today. So you've got the 1 seed will get a bye, and then you're just looking just like your NCAA brackets, 2-15, 3-14, this, that, and the other. So in the first couple of rounds, I believe, are played at the high seed. So
he is in now. The 6'11", number 54, right?
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Let's see the size difference here.
And he's,
holy moly.
And he's standing next to Cooper Rassler just checked in. So the Tigers have had some substitutions as
And
well.
Rassler's over 6 foot.
Yes.
I found that out. He's like 6'3", 6'4", I think his dad was saying.
So you've got the Hartman brothers, Jonathan and Titus. You've got Cooper Rassler, Carson Gardner, and the three-point attempt by number 22, Elijah Klaprick, is good. Checks into the game and immediately knocks down the three. Good for him. Spartans working on running that clock out. I think their bench is hoping for one more basket as they're sitting at 99 points to get to 100. And I think the official called the pretty bogus charge there, to be honest, to wipe
I know.
to wipe
fans
100
from
points
Rochester,
away.
Fans from Rochester are not happy.
But you know what? That's totally fine. The coach isn't sure either. You know, I don't know how much that guy's played. He's like, hey, don't take it out of me. Take my points away. But and number 30 is checked in for the Tigers, and it appears that our student section would really like to see him get a shot up, and it looks like that's Andrew Skogheim. Unfortunately, the Spartans knocked the ball away, and their coach gave them the very quick "don't shoot it" signal. So there at least we saw that as the horn sounds, and the Tigers lose this one tonight, 99-45.
And you know, like I said with the refs there too, they're even like, they even looked at him like, don't, no, you're good, don't.
Yeah, you better not.
Just let it go.
And that was that's the best team that I've seen play against the Tigers this year, by far. And again, we talked about it earlier. That's the difference. There is a reason why the Tigers, between the guidelines with the Minnesota State High School League, were able to drop down a section. You can't expect a town and a team the size of Albert Lee to compete with Rochester schools who are graduating 600, 700, 800 students.
Yeah.
It's just we're not looking at apples and apples. So.
But then the other aspect of that, you know, they say, well, you have other sports that you compete with, and well, a little different, you know. Like I said, it's
it is, and why is it that way? I don't know. But almost all of our sports in Albert Lee, we have dropped that level.
Yeah.
I mean, wrestling has their options.
Yeah.
Hockey, boys hockey has not dropped, I don't believe.
Wow, and there's nowhere to go.
And baseball has not.
Yeah.
But that was a tall task, to say the least. And again, not having Easton Shuey as part of this team, it's very detrimental for this team.
Looking down here, of course, the Rassler's down there, and Cooper, of course, the younger brother. And I had asked Lance there, I'm like, well, where did you get his size from? And he goes, I don't know. But Cooper, like I said, he 6'3", 6'4", somewhere in there, he was telling me. And when he stood next to that kid from Rochester, who was 6'11", he looked like me standing next to you.
Yeah. And Cooper got in, I believe the last game was the first game that he's dressed for the varsity. And he got in, and with about 20 seconds left, ball found its way into his hands, and he got his first varsity basket. So that was a pretty cool experience to see. I was sitting near his parents at that point. So, you know, to have that opportunity with a senior and an underclass son, it's a cool